Okay, so I've got the car lowered, no longer on the jack stands. I did run the engine and I put the car in gear and the back wheels did spin. So now this will be the trial to see if this car will propel itself. I have no idea. The transmission that I put in this car, it was just something I found in the classified ads. I had a look at it, I cleaned it, I painted it, I cleaned the strainer, and I installed it last year. So this technically would be if this works, this will be the first time this car can propel itself under her own power, probably in 30 odd years. This car came to Nova Scotia years ago. Of course, I bought it a long time ago. Geez, it's going on 2 years now. It's actually going on 2 years. For anyone who follows the progress, I just want to thank you. I'm up to about, I'm just shy of 500 subscribers. So I really, I know there's a lot of really good content on YouTube. So for anyone to watch my little channel and to watch me hack away at this old beater, well, I mean, I really appreciate that. I'm kind of in shock, actually. I kind of started this process more to just keep track of what I was doing because I just didn't have the storage on my phone to store all these pictures. So I thought I'll do little videos because it's kind of fun to watch a video and look back on. And then, of course, my phone got full. I didn't know what to do with these videos. So I thought I'd just throw them on YouTube so I'd be able to access them. But a few people, mostly people that have comments and that have been watching. So I really, really appreciate that. So let me try to start this car up. And the plan, if this is successful, would be to start the car, drive it out, see if the reverse works. Well, see if the drive works, of course, because there's no guarantees. And then try to flip the car around to put it back in nose first so I can have this section pointing that way. So I can start, once the weather gets a little bit nicer, I can start finishing up the body on this. The car's pretty much painted up to the front doors, and the roof is painted. The trunk lid is painted, but the back is untouched. I just recently did the quarters. So I would like to do that. If this is a running car, then I'll be very encouraged to jump into this. So let's see if this will start and if this will move. Let's try this. Okay, Jesus, she moves. She moves, she moves. She's moving. She's moving. I'm scared. Fluid's probably just circulating in the transmission right now. Alright. Park. Alright, she's out of the garage for the first time. Idling a bit high, but idling. Let's try reverse. Okay, well, here she is. She's running and driving. Barely, but she is. Here's my old shell, finally moving. Got to deal with this suspension at some point. I figured the V8 would have squatted that down a bit. Definitely needs some air shocks on the back. But there she is. Picked up an extension cord there. Gotta deal with that. Anyway, I'm not gonna push my luck. She does propel herself. Let me just shut this off here. Okay. First drive out of the garage. So, what I would like to do now... Oh my god, the stance on that is hideous. What the fuck? Excuse my language. The stance is hideous. But she did propel herself, first time in years. Transmission's pouring, but okay. So I just pushed down on the front fenders there a little bit, and I got the nose back down to where it should be. Looks like what happened is the ball joints were seized, I guess from the car being jacked up for so many years. So with the weight of that V8 and a little bit of a wiggle, the suspension is slowly coming back down into place. I do have all new components for the front end, but that's not a priority right now. Let's get this car turned around, and I think I'm going to put her back in the garage, and then I'll be able to start on this. Alright, pretty happy. She runs. Big day. So, I got a running and driving car, but the transmission is pissing like crazy. So, unfortunately, this transmission has to come out. Guys, well, as you can see, the first drive in the Comet was not exactly a success. The car did propel itself, but definitely an issue with this transmission. Again, this transmission was unknown. It's the next day now, and I've been at this for a couple of hours, almost 3 hours. And you can see the bloodbath here. There's the transmission. So I pulled that transmission out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opening this. This is beyond my scope. But I found a shop that's willing to have a look at this old transmission. And it kind of gave me a worst case. A complete overhaul would be $950. So not exactly sure what it's going to need. Definitely needs to be resealed. Resealed for sure. But in all honesty, he was willing to look at it and try this and that. I think I'm just going to tell him to do a complete rebuild. I mean, $950 is, I think that's fair. They're outside the city, a small shop outside the city. So I'm going to take a drive there in a couple days and drop this off. And we'll try this test drive again when I get this transmission back. There's a torque converter. I'm going to let that drain a little bit. And yeah, maiden voyage. Not a great success. So be it. I mean, that transmission, complete unknown. I paid $400 out of the classifieds. I took a gamble. I've done this before. In fact, a few years ago, I paid $150 for transmission. Threw it into an old truck and it was perfect. Not so lucky this time, but so be it. I'm going to get this transmission overhauled, and we're going to try this again. And I think in the meantime, while that's away, I'm going to progress this paint arrangement here. Okay, more to come.